what separates a lot of people from God? Money. Money separates a lot of people from God. Paul puts it this way: the love of money is the root of all kinds of evils. Did you know money separates people from God? You thought it was doctrine, you thought it was the church, you thought it was hypocrites. Yeah, those things may play a role, but the biggest issue is money. It separates people from God. And God says, if you don't give me what belongs to me, you're stealing. That's heavy words. I don't like that. I don't want anybody to call me a thief. I don't know about you. I don't want anybody to call me a thief. Years ago, I was about 23, 24 years old. I went to visit this church in Brooklyn. This, man was a master preacher. I just wanted to sit and hear the scholar. Spoke like 7, 8 languages fluently with the right diction. And even when he spoke English, it sounded so regal. He spoke rather like this. And that morning when I was there, he was standing behind the desk, the sacred desk. Oh yes, I got the accent down just right. And he had big eyes. When he spoke, he would emphasize things, and his eyes would open wide. And he got up to do the exhortation on giving. He said, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about the gift of giving. Giving God your tithe, which is holy. Do you see the suit I'm wearing? And he stood, came from behind the desk. Do you see the suit I'm wearing? It is rather dapper, is it not? I think we'd all agree that the suit looks handsome, looks nice. I look good, don't I? Well, since I'm a biblicist, his eyes rose up. Since I'm a biblicist, I believe the scripture, I am to tithe on this suit. The scripture says the man ought to give 10% of all he earns. Certainly I tithe on my salary, but this gift given to me by one of the wealthier men in our congregation as a sign of his love, I, as a biblicist, tithe on this suit. Today I'm prepared to give the Lord 10% of the value of the suit. Now some of you are looking at me, you're dressed in your Sunday garments and you look rather nice. You look pretty. But because I called you a thief from the scripture when you don't tithe, some of you, you're wearing your tithe. You are a pretty thief, but a thief nonetheless. Because I called you a thief, not I, but the scriptures, I simply responded to the text. I called you a thief because the text calls you a thief. You're now angry with me. Not only are you a pretty thief, but you're an angry thief. Then he called him a thief in French, Italian, German, Latin, Spanish, Greek, Hebrew. He said, you are a thief globally. The idea is that what a tithe represents is just 10% of what we earn. And it is an acknowledgement that God owns everything, and I acknowledge it. I was in South Africa a couple of years ago, and they said to me, Pastor, do you know what they did in Nigeria? What happened? I said, no. He said, in Nigeria, this thief got on a bus, took out a gun and said, stick him up. It's a robbery. Pull the bus over. Bus driver pulls the bus over. He said, everybody off the bus. And he said, all of you who are tithers, stand on my right. Handful of people went on their right. Everybody else, you're just like me. You're a thief. Put everything into the basket. Tithers, keep your money. Whether it happened or not is not the issue, but it does bring out the point. But I want us to go back to this basic place, and I don't want you to get uncomfortable. Come on, today's Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Come on, Super Bowl Sunday. Don't get uncomfortable. This is to be happy. You're going to go home and have snacks and pig out. Let's talk about tithing now. Later on, you pig out. All right. And so I want you to think about this whole idea that the Lord, He wants your heart. And the best way to get your heart, right off the bat, is to say, share with me a portion of what you earn. When you do that, it connects us in financial partnership. When you do that, it keeps your heart soft. Because what I value, you value. Share with me a portion of what you earn, because when you do that, it's going to be a block, a vest, a barrier, a barricade against materialism. You want to protect your mind, your heart, from the encroaching greed that takes place, ever-encroaching, ever-growing greed that takes place in our society, where we just have to have more and more and more. I need all the toys. You want to protect your heart and your mind, your soul from that? Keep connected with me with tithing. It helps you to realize you're not of this world. You have a world that's greater, that is yet to come. The values of this world are not yours. You value transform lives, ministry to people, Jesus intersecting lives that were held bound, turning them around heavenward. You are a part of that great big plan when you tithe. Keep that focus in front of you. Tithing helps you to keep the main things the main things.